this. Hi. This is our second debate this morning. Okay. And before we start, I would like to reintroduce with you our judges. Okay. So we have 3 judges with us today. As you know, Miss Ching, the CEO of CC Edu. Okay. And our dear teacher, do you know his name? Yes, one of our senior teachers. And Miss Ashley, our academic manager. Please welcome. Okay, so our second debate today is about online education. And as you may know, with the advance of technology, you now can learn everywhere and every time you want. And we have a question. Should schools make their classes online? And we will hear answer and opinions from our debaters today. And now I would like to introduce the affirmative team on my right-hand side with 6 people. And on my left-hand side, we have the negative team. Everyone, please can I have a round of applause to welcome both teams. Okay, and now as a reminder, each of you from either team will have a 4-minute speech. So we have the timer on the screen which will remind you of how much time you have left. So sometimes while you're speaking, just look at the screen to see how much time you still have to speak, okay? And in your speech, you will be presenting your argument. You will be rebutting the other team's point. And you will have to answer no more than 2 questions from the opponents. Okay, and you can be asking questions after 2 minutes of each speaker's speech. Okay, so during the first 2 minutes, you can't be asking any question. And when you want to ask questions, raise your hand, ring the bell, and I will give you the microphone to speak. Okay, and just make your question short. Okay. And remember, speakers, pay attention to the timer, alright? And with that, I would like to begin our second debate today with the affirmative team. The first speaker, let me invite on the stage Chen Zabak from the affirmative team. Let's get on the stage.
Hello everybody, my name is Dawa. I'm 9 years old. I'm in class Discover 2303, a CEC Town City. Today we will debate about online classes. I agree that online classes are better because of the following reasons. Online classes offer more programs. Another benefit of having online classes is that they offer students the abilities such as a wider
You can use your note if you need it. Take your note.
a wider range of courses, programs, and lectures that otherwise won't be easily accessible in a traditional classroom setting. On the one hand, this takes into account the fact that traditional classrooms tend to be more expensive than online classes, thus making it more difficult for students to access them. But in online classes, the cost is more cheaper, and it will be reasonable for students to access it. For example, mathematics have a lot of complicated parameters. If you learn traditionally, the teacher will spend a lot of time drawing pictures on the board. But by learning online, the teachers only need to show the prepared pictures, and students can see equally clearly on the computer screen. Online classes have a more comfortable learning environment. By studying right at home, we are free to choose our favorite environment, place to study. In addition, early improvement access to using electronic devices and interacting with Virgin classmates help increase each student's self-study ability. That is the end. Thank you for listening to my opinion. Goodbye.
Okay, thank you back for the effort. You may sit down now. Alright, and now the open speaker from the negative team. Please welcome on the stage a girl with a very beautiful name, Tu Samai.
Ladies and gentlemen, respected parents and honorable audience member, my name is Chu Samai. I'm 11 years old and I come from KV1. Today, I'm excited to present the negative team in our debate on the question, should schools make their classes online? As we delve into this important topic, our role is to express some concerns and reasons why perhaps all schools shouldn't make their classes online. Imagine every classroom in the world is on a computer screen. While online classes have become part of our lives, we, the negative team is crucial to explore the potential drawbacks and consider whether this is the best path for our education. Before jumping to my argument, I would like to introduce my team. My team has Minh Hoa, Nhật Anh, Thao Chi, Han Chi, and Hà. I truly believe that online classes are bad for students. And as the first speaker of my team, I'm going to discuss the following points. I truly believe that online classes are bad for students because their scores are lower than traditional classes. The first one is distractions at home. When we're at home, there are so many things that can distract us, like toys, video games, and even the TV. In traditional classroom, the teachers can help us to stay focused. But at home, it's easy to lose concentration, and that can affect our exam performance. Number 2, technical challenges. Sometimes our computer or the internet can act up. Imagine.
You just said that toys, TVs, and electric things can interact you, but we can provide one room that the study room that we can only use the electric things to learn and no toys in the room. How can you fix that if toys are in the electric room?
You can choose to answer later or you can continue.
I'll choose my answer.
Okay, continue.
Yes. And at top, imagine if that happens during an exam. It can be frustrating. Technical problems are more likely to occur during online exams, and that can affect how well we can show what we know. Number 3, missing face-to-face help. In a regular classroom, if we had a question during the test, we can ask the teacher right away. But in online class, we might have to wait for an email or the message from the teacher back. Waiting can make it tough to do our best on the exams. Number 4, lack of social interaction. Learning isn't just about textbooks and exams. It's also about being with friends, sharing ideas, and helping each other. But in online class, we might have to miss that fun.
If you want to take the note.
Let's go to number 5. Yes, number 5, the classroom bell. Think about the energy and excitement of being in a classroom, surrounded by friends and the buzz of learning. It's like being a part of a team. Online classes might not give us that same classroom vibe, and that can affect our motivation and in return our exam results. For example, on the internet, I found a website that shows the student score statistics score after the COVID-19 pandemic, and it shows that most student scores are lower than when they have traditional classes. So as you can see, they don't really pay attention to the lesson, so they get low scores.
Thank you so much. And now back to the question from the opponent. You can answer it now. Okay, repeat the question, please. Make it short.
First, I recommended teacher said that toys, electric games, and something like that can interact your study when we are learning online. But in my opinion, that we can provide the study only toys and electric games in one room, and we can learn in one room. I think
So you have one study room that you can get focused. You won't be distracted by the toys and the other games. What do you think about that? So we still learn in our study room. What's your opinion? Maybe you need more research, more reading to answer that question. Okay, so what do you say? What can you say to her? So let's give her some time to read more and she will get back later, okay? Alright. Okay, thank you, Salma. You may sit down now and complete your effort. Okay, and now back to the affirmative team, the second round. Please welcome on the stage Lucinan. Yeah. Okay, take your time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sana. I am 10 years old. I'm from class Discover 3P CEC Vòng 2. I'm in the affirmative team, and today we'll be debating about should schools make their classes online. And we believe that schools should make their classes online because of the following reasons. It has a customized learning experience. Why? Because first, teachers use the same amount of time teaching every subject. Second, it has a rearranged schedule. Third, teachers use fun games and worksheets to motivate and excite the students. And finally, students can brainstorm their ideas and answers just by writing it in the chat or turning their microphone on to speak. For example, teachers use fun games to train the students to become smarter, also entertaining them to develop their brains faster. There's often access to very diverse materials such as videos, photos, and ebooks online as well. And tutors can interrogate such other formats such as forums and discussions to improve their lessons. Some might assume that traditional learning in a physical setting is the most natural and best way to interact, but that's not necessarily true. No student sits in the back row. Teachers now have the option to administering online quizzes to ensure that every student is engaged. They can edit and enrich videos to make their learning experience better. In traditional learning, teachers write notes on the blackboard, but in online learning, teachers can now have a digital whiteboard to write and text faster and can also engage a student to write real notes that the other students that can download it. In conclusion, schools should make their classes online. That's the end of my speech. Goodbye. Do you have any questions for me to ask?
Alright, maybe no question for now, but be prepared. You can be asked question at any time. Thank you, Sana. You may sit down. Good job. Okay, and now back to the negative team. Can I have Lê Nhật Ánh on the stage. You are the second speaker from the opposition team.
Hello everyone, my name is Nhan. I'm 8 years old. I'm from KV1 2. Today I will tell you about the question is, should schools make their classes online? And this is my opinion. We believe that schools shouldn't make their classes online because it's hard for students to focus on the lesson. Firstly, one of the differences between online classes and traditional classes is in traditional classes, teachers can ask students questions immediately to confirm they understand the material or not. According to a famous education researcher, he knows that the direct guidance. Can I pass that sentence, please? That one course can help to improve student performance, so that one will still believe that schools shouldn't make their classes online. Secondly, it helps students stay focused on tasks. You know, distraction take time for students to regain their focus. Studies show it takes 25 minutes to a person to regain their focus. One of the best ways to minimize distraction in a classroom is to provide direct lesson. I mean the traditional classes. So that is the end of my debate. Thank you for listening.
Alright, thank you and for your arguments. You may sit down now. Okay. Oh, you've got a question, so get back to the microphone.
What is your question?
Why you say student can focus in online class, especially in the test? Some parents can check the camera to watch what they do in the class.
But maybe they will do something else on their computers, and from when there is nobody in their house, so the student will do something else, and they will not focus on the lesson, and they will have a low point for the test.
But if they turn off the camera, the teacher will see it. I can say them turn off the camera, and then student can focus.
But maybe they tell lies that their camera is broken.
Alright, no more questions because each speaker only have 2 questions to answer. Okay, thank you, Nhật Ánh. And now to the third speaker of the affirmative team, I would like to invite on the stage Minh Tú.
Hello teachers and friends. Hello ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mindu. I am in Discover 3H in KV1 2. Today I would like to show my argument that schools should make their classes online because of the following reasons. The first reason that now our society is 4.0 era, the most developed era through millions of people through the development. In this area, we include many electric mobiles. The Wi-Fi is much better in the past. Now, if the Wi-Fi in the past wasn't fast, but In this era, the Wi-Fi is pretty fast, and we have many brands to choose the Wi-Fi. And if the Wi-Fi has a problem, we can eliminate it, but we have the way to fix it, the solutions to fix it. First, parents need to test it before the classes, or if the Wi-Fi has a problem, they can call the engineers to fix it. And the second reason is we can choose many apps to study, include that in traditional class we can only have one teacher and one schedules, but in online class we can change the schedules and we can choose the teachers. The third reason is students can tell the teachers that they are sick, or if they are lying, parents can tell to the teachers by communicate in internet, so the teachers can know they are lying.
So you said that if the Wi-Fi is broken, you could call an engineer to fix the Wi-Fi so you can study online, right? Don't you think that's inconvenient for the students to skip out on an online class just for the engineer to come fix it? Wouldn't it be more convenient to just go to the offline class and study successfully?
If we go to the traditional class, parents need to use their time to get their children to the school, but in the online classes, we can study in the room and we can change the seat much quickly.
Thank you.
Alright, any more questions for Bintu? Okay, thank you for your argument and the answer. Okay, so now back to the negative team, please. I would like to call on Minh Hoa, the third speaker on the stage. And a word for everyone, please listen and ask questions because your question can impress the judges.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Madam Chairman. I'm Minh Hoa. I'm 10 years old and I'm studying at Discover 5K CC 1.1. First of all, I want to thank to the opposing team to represent their perspectively. As a negative team, as a person in a negative team, I would like to discuss two parts. My first part is learning online can cause a lot of challenges in hands-on learning. We all know that many subjects require hands-on activities, experiments in interactive learning. Traditional classrooms provide a conducive environment for students to engage their senses and curiosity in the traditional classes. While the shift to online classes limited opportunities for the hands-on activities. Then, this hands-on learning, just like the magic in the classroom, is when we get to touch, feel, and experience the things we're studying. In online classrooms, these magics can disappear. Why? Physical activities that in traditional classrooms can also engage the students, then help the students to have the senses and curiosity. For example, my favorite subject is science. Science is the subject of exploration and discovery. Hands-on experiments make science come alive and we can tangibly understand the concepts, what the teacher is saying and the lesson. And they actually say that in online learning, these conductive experiments might be limited. So if not all of the house have the same material to access in the online learning, the joy of hands-on discovery might be compromised. So
we also believe that we should make offline classes. Now, next to my second point, that online classes may cause a lack of social interactions. Think about what makes school special. School is special with not only books and lessons, but it's special with the friendships and the relationship we make, the friends we make, and also the laughter we share, the experience we have made. But in my opinion, online classes might not fully capture this essence of the social interactions. In the traditional classrooms, we can have the conversation with the others naturally. And the thing I want to mention here is teacher to student connection. Common approach the teacher is being able for the students to know more, to have a higher knowledge. And then we can have questions and share our thoughts. Remember that not only the teacher to the student connection, but also the friendships and the relationship for bonds. The school is where the friendship blossoms. We can have lunch breaks together, the joy of working on projects and sharing stories during the lunch break. Supporting each other also creates the sense of belonging in the classroom. Teacher is our guide in the learning journey, so we can speak with them naturally, also with the friends. This is the end of my speech. Thank you for listening.
He said that when in online class we can talking often by isolation, but we can talking by turn off the mic. And example, you have a silence accent that you not understand, you can turn off the mic and ask the teacher by internet connection, and you don't need to wait until the next day to go traditional class.
I think that this is more challenging to replicate through only the computer screen. It is less distraction. More than that, we can go to the class and we ask the teacher. We can calmly approach the teacher to share our thoughts and questions easily.
But we can call the teacher in Facebook or Zalo after the class too.
But it is after the class and I want these questions right here and I wanted to share our thoughts right. That we don't need to be curious about something. We know about it, we have a higher knowledge about it, and we don't need to share it with teachers after the class. Okay.
Okay, thank you for your question and your answer. Are you finished by now? Okay, thank you, Minhua. You may sit down. Thank you for your speech and your answer. Okay, and now from the affirmative team, I would like to call on Dong Minh Phúc on the stage. Please welcome Minh Phúc.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Minh Phúc. I'm 11 years old. I'm in CSC Vòng 2. Today, I will talk about should school make their online classes. School should make their online classes because it allows to attend classes from any location of their choice. With online classes, you don't need to move to the different places. It keeps education accessible during a public health crisis or natural disaster. Well, the online classroom, the online classroom is available anywhere, anytime. We just need internet connection. In fact, the COVID-19 show that online learning brings us a lot of benefits. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many parts of the world are under lockdown. At present, traditional learning are unsafe or even impossible. The online classes provide a safer choice for students. They help you protect yourself and your family from virus, and it allows you to continue your studies. In conclusion, online classes brings us a lot of benefits, so that schools should make their classes online. Thanks, yes.
When we are studying online, it is more flexible. But we are students, so we need to have attention from teachers and parents. You say that when we're learning online, we are more flexible, but we are only the students with 10 or 13 years old. We need to have attention from the parents and the teachers so that it didn't affect in our exam programs.
And what is the question? What do you want to ask?
I wanted to ask that, what is the solution for, because if we are flexible like that, there will be no attention from teachers and parents, so it will affect on our scores.
But teacher can say with the parents to look the student and what they are doing.
How about parents will have time?
They can check the camera if they have it.
Okay, you good? To ask us?
You said that we can learn everywhere, right? At every moment. So if you want, your parents ask you to go to the supermarket and you really like, and when you at the supermarket, you remember that you need to learn. But the supermarket is so loud and there are a lot of noise. So what do you think?
I think we can study at the supermarket, but because when it is, we learn it, and then we can study, but it's loud noise, and that we can go home.
Okay, so you've answered 2 questions, and that's enough. You may sit down now. Thank you, Ming Fok, for your arguments and your answer. Okay, and now Khánh Chi is the 4th speaker from the negative team. Please go on the stage.
Good morning, lady and gentlemen. My name is Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kenji. I'm 11 years old and I'm in CC 1.2. I'm the 4th speaker, and today we are talking about topic: should school make their classes online? And here's my opinion. We believe traditional classes are better because it doesn't affect student health. I mean both physical and mental health. Firstly, students in traditional classes will have better physical health. They will not have myopia and astigmatism, which is affect student health and vision. Can I have a note?
Yes.
So, physical health is how well your organs and body system function. In
traditional classes, student can do some activity and it's very good for the health. According to the statistics, 70% to 80% students are myopia because they sedentary and request contact with electronic device. So the traditional classes are better than online classes. In online classes, people less exposed to the sunlight too, and they see the loss. So they will be spinal disease. In addition, traditional classes have more opportunities to participate in physical activity, which help them a lot in the future, right? In online classes, obesity in children is on the rise due to lack of physical activity outdoor. So we still
So in your post argument, you say that studying at traditional classroom don't affect physical health. So what if you sit at the last round table and you have to look at notes all the time? This will not your reason.
if you study in traditional classes, you can do some activity if you're tired, either PE, and it's good for your health, or online classes, you always see the screen, it doesn't good for your vision.
But you say that studying online can hurt your vision because you see at the screen anytime, right?
I don't think now we still have more time to ask questions. Let her get back to her on
Yes. Secondly, students in traditional classes will have better mental health. So, mental health is include our emotional, psychological health. It affects how we think, we feel, and act. But if we learn online, we will not be able to communication directly between teacher and student, and will not be able to express emotion and feeling. If people don't express emotion and feeling, people will know different from robots. Also, according to a research in 2022 about the impact of online learning on student behavior, about 79% of students suffer from stress and fear in the examination. So due to the increasing number of depression students, we still believe traditional classes are better than online classes. That is my end of my debate. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Chi. Okay, now let's get back to the affirmative team. Please, I would like to welcome Ha Phương to get on the stage and present her argument.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Papa. I'm 9 years old. I'm from CC 2. And We agree that schools should make their classes online because this helps us to save money and time. First, I will tell about money. Save on study costs. Online learning helps students reduce travel costs. Training facilities reduce costs because they do not require a lot of facilities and do not require a lot of operating personnel. Therefore, the tuitions of online classes is usually about 20 to 30% lower than that of a regular course. And there are many costs that need to be paid by studying in person, such as water, food, and some other costs. When you study online, you can save about $787 or more. And studying directly in addition to studying and eating costs, there are other costs as well. For example, space costs, printing costs, documents, stationery, travel costs. But online classes are different. We just need to pay monthly for teaching software. Now I will talk about time. Same time studying. Compared to traditional courses, online learning saves about 20 to 40% of time to reduce travel time. In conclusion, we believe that schools should make their classes online. Goodbye and thank you.
Alright, ring the bell.
That studying online can save money, but you still have to, you still studying and the teacher still teach you and that's what, and you need to pay money.
And
You need to pay money.
what do you think about it?
Do you want to repeat the question one more time? So maybe she needs more research and more time, and she will get back to you later.
Maybe online learning will save your money, but how about if
Each house have to access
the same equipment for the online learning to provide not to teach in the test? How do you think it will cost more than the money
that we need to
in the school when you're learning traditional classes?
repeat the question again, and your team member can note down the question and answer at the end of your presentation. It is okay? Online learning, you say that it saves money, but how about if some house need to buy the equipment to access in the online learning to provide the children not teach in the test?
It will cost a lot of money as the traditional classes. What do you think?
So, yes, it's true. They are very expensive, but we just need to be honest and we can use this for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for your effort. You may sit down now. And now, let me invite Thảo Chi on the stage from the negative team to present her team's argument.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tam. I'm 11 years old and I'm studying in CC 112. Today's topic is about should school make their classes online. and I'm eating with negative arguments, so I strongly believe that schools shouldn't make their classes online. First, by direct interaction, students and teachers can communicate with each other more easily than online classes. In a traditional classroom, hands-on training during class, and students can interact with fellow students directly while getting involved in many hands-on projects. If the students don't understand something, they can ask their friends or their teacher by raising their hands. It means traditional students can actively participate in discussion, collaborate, and from that they can understand the lesson more clearly. Typically, a setting where the teachers in front of the classroom talk to the students, and the student may have an opportunity to participate or interact with peers and teachers or manipulatives. And moreover, in traditional classes tend to be interactive, allowing students to participate in activities, and from that they can know many things. And teachers base their lessons on standardized curriculums and administer tests.
In online classes, students can still be participate to the teacher's lessons, and they can still ask the questions by raising their hands. And if the teachers can see the icons that are raising, teachers can call the students, and students can turn on their mic and ask the teachers the questions more easily.
Thank you for asking that question. I think that maybe the camera of that student is broken, or the network isn't stable, and the teacher can't hear what the students are asking about. Let me keep going. Teachers base their lessons on standardized curriculums and administer tests to gauge how well the students are learning. And so that's why we still believe that schools shouldn't make their classes online. Second, students can learn how to get along with other people and how to be confident rather than just communicating via the screen or the social media. And I mean the traditional classes can allow students to participate in, and it is also a social skill for improving students' confidence. That's the end of our debate. Thank you for listening.
Sit down. And now we are getting close to the ending of the debate, and let me introduce the very last but not least speaker from the affirmative team, Zavu, on the stage.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zafu. I'm now 12 years old, and I'm from class G form. It's for of CC Hampuligo. Today, I will debate about should schools make their classes online, and I'm the last speaker by affiliative team. Firstly, every student learns differently, and it's become especially true when it comes to their unique learning style. Some students prefer visual learning, it means understanding concepts based through images, diagrams, and even videos. But while the others try with auditory learning, It means absorbing information through spoken explanation and even audio material. There are some students who prefer physical learning, that they need real-world things so they can remember it easier. So, the traditional classroom doesn't always suit every student. Some students can really enjoy group discussion and activities, but the others feel it's very difficult for them to do, and so they want to work alone or in smaller group. So after all, online classes can to personalize their learning processes. To sum up our arguments that we have been proving today, sum up all our arguments we have been proving today, the online learning is suitable for different learning styles. Firstly, it offers a wide selection of multimedia resources, interactive platforms, and even personalized learning tools, and students can use easily. For example, they can use the multimedia resources if they want to learn as visual learners, and record the lesson or podcast for auditory learners. With the online learning, they can design their own pace. They can set where or when they want to study and even how they want to study. So they can even choose to study in the
I have a question that is, you think that online classes are better, right? Yeah, but if online class is better, so why at this moment you go to school and learn with friends and teachers?
Online classes isn't good as traditional classes at this point, but it can help you to search for the question online, and it can help you increase your knowledge and ask your friends or teacher easier. Let me continue. However, students can even choose to study in a group class or in a private class. So, by this way, students will be more interested in studying, and it can improve their score and performances. So, in conclusion, our team believes that schools should make their classes online. Thanks for listening.
So you said that some students may like learning online and some like learning offline. Students' preferences are pretty unreliable, as when they grew up they would be forced to interact by society, and school would practice and teach them how to socialize because they're offline. What do you think of this, and what's your solution?
I think the socializing is important, but there are many information online, and you can just easily search for it. Or easier way that you can ask your parents because they are more experiment about the social.
Thank you, Vòng. You may sit down now. You did a very good job, okay, presenting your argument and answering questions from your opponent. And now the very last speaker of our debate today. Please welcome on the stage Biện.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, including the honorable judge and the opponent team. I am the final speaker of the negative team, which means I strongly disagree with the motion that schools should make their classes online. Now, as negative, I strongly disagree with the motion, and I have some arguments to back up my belief. The first argument I would like to propose is that knowledge would not be conveyed successfully without proper interactions. The reason we go to school is to obtain information. Everyone knows that. And if we go to school, we get proper interactions with our teacher, which will help us soak up the information at hand more. Sitting in front of a computer won't help you soak up any information, as distractions are literally everywhere. If you want an example, take the pandemic. During the pandemic, we were forced to be online for like several years, and admit you did not learn anything from them. Sure, you have made it pass all of the entrance exam, but surely you had help either you're cheated. And if you think you did learn anything, you're lying to yourself. The second point I would like to propose is that some students can't afford to study online. Some students may not have the devices or the Wi-Fi to study online successfully, and if they do, it's either laggy or not good, and their experience would be really bad. Taken from my experience and others, during the pandemic, there was always some students that can't show up to class because their Wi-Fi is bad. If you want to do online classes, you're denying one's right to have information because online classes. My third point I would like to propose is that some subjects may be discontinued, lost, or lose value. Take PE for example. If you were to make classes online, PE would be a really hard subject to continue as not everyone has a gym in their house. That means closing some opportunities for students as there's ought to be someone in that class who's going to make PE their whole entire career, and closing opportunities for students would be really bad for them. My final point is that school staff will be unemployed. This is not a real question.
You said that the pandemic cannot be used. It's like when we are learning online, when we are learning offline, the pandemic can be into your schools, and some of your students can be sick. What solutions can you?
Well, I never proposed that we shouldn't learn online. I'm just saying that it will not be as effective as learning traditionally. If there's a pandemic, sure, I would let you do online classes, but it's just not as effective as traditional classes, right?
We can eliminate the pandemic, but we can reduce the impact. Of the pandemic, and if we are learning offline, the pandemic can make your school strange, and learning online is much better than learning offline.
So if there is a pandemic, you could learn online, but you will have to trade off the risk of being sick to learning effectively because it's life. Anyways, moving on to my fourth point, school staff will be unemployed. So it's not a major point, but still important, as school janitors, security guards, and cooks would have no jobs. And that would lead to unemployment, which is bad for society. Alright, that is the end of my debate. Thank you for listening. Any questions? Hit me.
Okay. Thank you for your argument, your answers, and your conclusion. And that brings us to the end of our second debate today. And now it's time for questions from the opponent to the other team. Who do you want to ask questions to?
No, but I want to answer the question that Lindu asked me. Yes, but if they shout and make lots of noise, and that can really happen. So if we still close the door, we can still hear the noise they shout or make.
You may want to repeat the question for her.
You said that in your first argument that if you are studying online, the toys and the electric games can interact to your study, but we can provide one more room that all the parents and students here, and the electric games and the toys are in one room, and the parents will see how the students learn, see how the children learn.
But if the other person plays the game, and if she or he wins it, they would be really excited, and if they shout, you can't really pay attention to their lesson. Yes.
You happy with her answer? Alright, any more questions from the team? Zabu, you want to ask question?
I want to ask because that I hear in her speech that she said online class. She said in her speech that online classes is not as effectively as traditional classroom, right? Yeah. So if you study in a school, there are many classrooms, and what if a classroom is really noisy? It will be really easy to make you can't study and lose your focus. While if you study online, the teacher can just mute the person who's making noise. Do you have any solution?
So noise is a big problem, I will give you that. But the same thing happens when you're learning online. Imagine a construction site outside your window digging to the ground while you're trying to study. It's the same thing as a noisy class right next to you, but worse.
So if you study online and it's really noisy in your house, you can just put on a microphone to hear it louder, and you can just focus again. But if you study in traditional classroom, you don't have anything to protect you from the noise.
You do have something. It's called a teacher, it's called a principal, it's called going to the other class that's noisy and say, don't talk. And if you do wear headphones, the of your classroom lagging increases, which means ineffective learning. Again.
So you think that students that make noise will just shut up after some talk of the principal? They will just talk many.
Yes, if you threaten to, if you threaten them that they can't go to school anymore, they will shut up. For sure, from my experience, yes.
Alright, very good conversation between the two of you. Any more questions from the judges? Do you have any questions?
Yes, actually I have one.
I think just let Minh Hua ask her question first.
Who do you want to ask questions?
Yes.
If students can suffer the internet, like you say, we can suffer the internet to have the questions, we can ask the parents to have the questions, and this will make have the habits that I know that not every student have good attitude, and if it be its habits, so in the test they will still ask their parents and suffer the internet, and the score will affect wrongly what the students is studying. What is the solution for that?
Some parents will have their kids to do the test, but I think no parents want their kids to cheat on the test to get first score, and when they live alone, they can't do anything.
I have a question for all of you. That is, when your parents are not at your home and you are like just a little child and you need to go to the online class to learn with your friends and the teacher. So what should you do?
You want to answer the question?
If teacher say, if teacher ask, what do you do, and you cannot lying, I will say tell the kids and all students can't tell.
So, any more questions? Do you want to add any answer?
I want to add an answer that before the parents go out, I bet that they already teach their kids how to use the online classroom and have to talk in meetings.
But if they doesn't remember to tell them how to go get in the online classes,
If they forgot to tell their kids to join how to teach, they forgot to teach their kids, so they have to tell the teacher to record the lesson and they can teach them again.
Okay, good questions from both team. And I think that's the end of our second debate today. Thank you everyone for your thought-provoking and really insightful argument and your very wise answer for the questions from your opponent. Okay, good job everyone. Alright, thank you everyone for attending our debate today. Thank you very much and have a good day. Enjoy the weather.